What's up, everybody? How is everything going in your life? It's a brand new year. Should be a brand new you. So, this one I pulled out of the archives. I thought somebody out there might need to talk about this. Restarting your life after a divorce. Yes, I too went through a divorce, as you might have known. So, I'll tell you one thing, and I'm not sure if this is exactly the way it is with every guy or woman, but to me, it's like you take a elastic band, and this is marriage. You stretch it out however long it lasts. And I'm being honest, you get divorced, it snaps. Again, it happened to me. I went right back. I wasn't married that long. I went right back to where I started in life. But I remember telling myself, I got married 28. I got single again. I think it was like 30. And I was like, it kind of, honestly, psychologically, it screwed me up because it was a different decade in my personal life. I wasn't in my 20s anymore. My friends have moved on. Everybody was still getting married. Everybody was having a kid. Things were just changing at that point. And I'll tell you, I just said, okay, this is when I started my first landscape business because, the funniest thing in the world, when I was married, I had no luck. I really didn't. I mean, as much as me and the wife or ex-wife did get along, we didn't get along. Do you know, and I'll tell you a quick little story. Do you know when I actually got married, I was jobless, I think. I started out with 3 different part-time jobs. I don't know what I was doing. I think I had a full-time job, or I might have been doing my landscape. I forget. But I had 3 different jobs, and nothing was serious. And all of a sudden, I met this woman, got together with her, and just stuff fell apart. I don't know if it was bad luck, good luck, or what. It just fell apart. And I remember being in a room, I forget what it's called. It's like the pre something before marriage, where the priest talks to you about marriage, and you got a guy who's talking about marriage, which has never been married. Kind of ironic to me. And the priest is talking to everybody, and he brings up one point, and it was kind of funny. He brings up a point, and he says to everybody, ladies, especially you, if your man doesn't have a job, do not marry him. And I remember looking over at my wife at the time, and she looked over at me, and I think I said, hey, do what you want, it's up to you. Just going through a rough time, life happens, that's just the way it's going. And I don't know, maybe she should have ran, maybe she shouldn't have, I don't know, but she was older. I don't know if it was just, this is my last chance to maybe get married, she said. Who knows? We didn't talk about that much, but still. Anyways, back to me. We ended up getting married. Things were good. And I'm not going to hop on the wife or the ex-wife. I'm going to try not to. I've come a long way in this life. And people that do me wrong, every day, I honestly try to not hate people. And I look for, I guess it's inspiration for my own life. And I also say, I don't know what it was like in someone else's shoes. I guess the fair shot that I would say to anybody who has tried to do me wrong is you got to be fair and try to walk in that person's shoes for a day or two, to be totally honest and before you judge. That's all I can say about that. And I think I wasn't judged fairly. So, but anyways, getting past that, my advice for taking your life back after a divorce. Honestly, guys, my ex-wife wasn't a proponent of this, but I certainly am. You have to find a job, a hobby, a goal, something. And when I say throw yourself into it, I mean every waking hour, especially if you get divorced. Number one, if you get divorced, forget about women or guys or whatever, the opposite sex, for at least a year. Just focus on rebuilding and getting your own mind straight. Because that's really what the problem is, getting your mind straight. So I like to throw myself into things. And of course, she thought it was obsessive. And I try to explain to her, the ex, you need to be obsessed to accomplish the best of the situation that you want to attain. You can't do it half-assed. You can't do it half-heartedly. You have to really throw yourself into it. And again, getting back to without her, I started my own landscape business. I had it was an awful economy. I think I had it for 5 years. I had a couple dump trucks. I had regular truck. I had hundreds of customers. The big problem was trying to find people to work. I mean, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, and it was like, oh my God, you know? And I was hiring guys that just get out of jail, alcoholics that couldn't get up in the morning. Nobody had a license. It was amazing. So I had the toughest time trying to say, but I need you to have a license because you got to drive the dump truck, you know? And so anyways, went on for that. It was great. Grew fine. I loved being a boss. But it really was 7 days a week, 24/7, because you go out and do your job. And this is just my landscaping business. Go out and do the jobs. Then when you come home, you can't rest. You got to hit any phone calls you get. You made a promise in your ad saying, we'll call you back within that day or something, or 24 hours or something. So I was making phone calls. And then on top of that, I was going right back out with the boss's truck, my regular pickup, and going to get jobs because I had to supply the jobs. I had to do this. I had to do that. Or if I wasn't doing that, my weekends, yeah, I took the weekends off, but I was sharpening blades. I was tuning up mowers. I had to make sure all the equipment, which was fine, was running in top notch, because the guys are just there. They show up, they punch in, tell me what to do. Here's a piece of equipment. It's got to run right. It's got to be oiled. It's got to have gas supplied. You got to do it all. And I'm not complaining. I loved it. I loved being my own boss. But it was 7 days a week, 24/7. It was a lot of work. And it was just rough because I had no help from the family. That was a precursor, huh? Anyways, I did have my sister for a little bit, and I remember telling her, all I need you to do is, I took the dump truck. I gave her the boss's truck, and I said, just go and check up on the guys. Make sure they're working. That's your job. You're the manager. Every once in a while, you might have to bring them a blower or a trimmer or a mower, and I'll help you with that. All you have to do is drive around. It was rough. It wasn't meant to be. I thought I could incorporate the family. I said, okay, I got my sister working for me. Hopefully my mom can do the books. and you get a whole little family unit, and you start saying, Jesus, maybe you start thinking bigger, and you say, okay, I got 2 or 3 trucks, we're doing good, business is going good, and then you start thinking, so and so and sons, and maybe I'll meet this girl or this and that, and then it comes one time, the most embarrassing thing, I guess embarrassing, when you have to close down a business, and it's like, okay, pick yourself up by the shoelaces and say, you got to get back out there. Get back out there, go get a job, and that's when pest control came in. So I'm thankful for that. And I've been there 20-something years. And I tell you, when you go to a job, you've been there 20-something years. After year 20, you just keep showing up. I don't know if it's 22, 24, 26. I have no idea how long I've been there. I know it's past 20. And I tell you, you throw yourself into it and you do what you got to get done, because you got to pay bills. You got to do what you got to do in life. So that's really the biggest thing I can see, is restarting your life. Don't forget your friends. A lot of people, when they get married or divorced, they forget about their friends. Their friends move on. It's rough. Luckily, I had a few buddies that I kind of kept in contact with, and they were easily welcome back. Oh, hey, you're back with us. And yeah, things just don't work out sometimes, in life. So my advice is, any divorced guy, get right back on the horse right after. And please, like I said, you can date. Do not get married again very quick. Go live your life. Go make some money. Hit the goals. Do whatever you want to do. And again, this is just coming from a guy's perspective. My perspective. I could be wrong. I could be right. This is what I did in my life to get over the hurdle of marriage and divorce. So I say, yeah, guys, get out there and concentrate on yourself. Make something of yourself, whether you are the best paper boy or CEO or whatever it is. Do what's good for you, because life goes by real fast. Look, I wake up sometimes and boom, you're 58 years old. And I'm thankful I'm here, but still not as successful as I thought, but in some terms. But then again, I look at other people's lives and I compare them to mine. I got some pluses. I own my own house. It's not a McMansion, but I don't want a McMansion. I got my own car. I got what I want. I got tons of freedom. I'm not 500 pounds. I'm a little overweight, but still, I'm not that bad. So think about that, guys. Get right back on the horse. Any questions, drop a line. I'll try to help you out. Thanks for watching.